the principle still holds that you need to be as strong as needed, but not an inch stronger. And for this reason, I have, not purchased, but gotten Dracon from an event. And let me see what we need. So essentially, I was hoarding 40,000 of these spell scrolls. I spent 10,000 on maxing out all the spells, because I knew this was coming. I did 5 mastery refreshes, because this day there is an event that requires me to do up to 5 mastery refreshes. So this, using 12 spell scrolls, where I used the 11,000 out of 40,000, I went down to 29. Heroes mastery is 5 refreshes. So these are in the bag already. Some other things are not yet in the bag. So in this case, you need to see what level you need this hero in. Because if you check out the promotion page, essentially I could 4-star the hero really easily. It's out of question. Because 4-starring a hero takes 300 tokens and I have 394. So, or 395, because you need to exchange at least one. So I'll exchange 50 because 2-starring makes perfect sense. I will rank the hero up, no problem. So this is already happening. I got the extra skills. Do I need to 3-star the hero? Well, it depends. Because then I would only have 245 universal hero tokens. And I would need 300 universal hero tokens once I get Khalid. I don't know if it's next week, I don't know if it's the week after, but sometime in the near future I will get Khalid out of events. So at the moment I'm thinking about, okay, let's wait and see, and let's try out a 2-star Khalid, whether it's gonna be enough. And why am I saying this? It's because I got some heat in the arena. I don't know if I can refresh this from yesterday. Yes, I can still do it. Because Megalodon happens to have a 4-star Fiona. I only have a 2-star Fiona, and he has a 6-star fully awakened devil, which I didn't bother fully awakening because, you know, my strategy is different. I'm doing something. I know that the devil is not going to be part of my formation. I knew this right away when I saw that I could purchase this unit for a few hundred diamonds. Well, a few thousand, or 2,100 diamonds to be exact, or 2,400. So I got all my defenses. So getting a defensive devil is not something I wanted. And already I have enough commanders, champions, divine heralds, not even a commander, just champions, divine heralds, that I don't have space for adjudicator that I won initially just in my second team. And I don't have space for a commander, fortress commander, come on, fortress commander, this white tiger. I have the white tiger, got it from events. I have space for it only in the backup formation, which is not a bad surprise after all. So this is the situation, and I was playing with a 2-star Fiona basically. Now I'm gonna replace it with a 2-star Dracon, which has been my main formation for Inferno Fortress in 290 or 289. Yeah, 289. So in 289, it has been my main formation, like Dracon and these units, so I know more or less what is going on. And from now on, I will have this hero in the arena. And this will offer me some protection. I will keep it 2-starred, and as soon as I get some more universal hero tokens, I'll 3-star it, and then I'll 4-star the hero one day, sometime in the future. But I will set 300 tokens aside for Khalid. As soon as I get Khalid, I will instantly 4-star Khalid. That's the idea. And by the way, this is a situation when you see that Megalodon managed to beat me with this... it's not me, but my weaker self, you know, because in the arena you always attack a weaker opponent. And then I managed to beat him back. So now he's not gonna be able to beat me anymore, unless he gets Khalid, you see. So this has always been my situation, that I could always beat him no matter what. 5 out of 5 times. But maybe he has the same situation himself. Not 5 out of 5 times, but in some occasions. Now we can battle in a real situation to see how much of a difference Khalid, or not Khalid, Drakon makes. So I'm gonna do a real battle this time, not just a friends battle, and then we will see what is going on. So far with just the 2-star. It seems like it's not a major upgrade so far. And this is really interesting. So let's see the friends. This is really interesting because Fiona seems to be quite strong with this team. So friends, Megalodon once again. Fight the... well, it's a 4-star hero, so what would I expect? Drakon doesn't unlock his potential in 2 stars, but it seems like we're even doing a bit worse than Fiona, which is really interesting. This is really, really interesting. And then we'll see what Khalid is gonna be capable of. Hopefully quite a lot, sooner or later. So if I could 4-star a hero, it would still be Drakon. The issue is that with Inferno Fortress, Fiona is still the best, most synergic hero with Inferno, but Drakon is the first hero that supports both Inferno and Fortress. So that's why I have Drakon at the moment. Inferno, 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 and Inferno. We have 4 Inferno units, and just 2 Fortress units and 2 neutral units. That's the current situation. And this means that we're gonna keep the heat up with a 2-star Drakon. I don't know what 3-starring Drakon would entail. I can figure it out. When friendly Inferno and Fortress units are attacking, for each debuff inflicted on the target increases Drakon's unit damage by 3% and all the debuffs. Inferno and Fortress unit increase their critical hit and unit damage by 20% when face off against units with shields. Most of them have shields, the defensive ones. When an enemy hero casts a spell of 4 elemental types, decreases unit damage and damage reduction of all enemy units by 10% each. Entire battle cannot be dispelled, cannot be stacked with the debuff effect, and so on. Okay. That's quite a lot. So 3-starring is not bad. It's just I would need 55 more universal hero tokens to 4-star the next hero. I might do it, I might not do it. We will first see what happens in the arena, and then afterwards I will decide based on the results. That's an interesting approach. Once again, I'm not stronger than what I absolutely have to do. Checking out the inventory once again. SSR. Oh, I forgot about the SSRs. Why don't I have a 6-star devil when the opponent has a 6-star devil already? It's because I don't have space for the devil in the formation, right? But the real reason, the other reason is that you need to look at the game like this. You need Inferno and Fortress units, these are easy. But you will also need alternative awakened, so Star Soul awakened units of Death and Cov for Chaos. So if you start awakening, you start Death and Cov awakenings. This is the reason why, if you check out my awakenings, right now I'm awakening a Death unit, and I have already awakened Cov units, for example Shark Trainer. This is awakened already, although only 3-starred. And the... where is the other unit? Ragnon Archer. It's already awakened already. So I can use this unit as an, not yet, but later, as an alternate awakened Inferno Fortress Chaos Union unit. So this is why Devil has no space, although in EU 289 I used the defensive Devil until I got a Divine Herald. And back then I used Venom Spawn, now I may not even use Venom Spawn at all. We will see. But I used to have a defensive Devil. Now I'm not prioritizing defensive Devil. I mean, I could continue with this, but I'm using the tokens for another purpose, and let me show you the other purpose. Here we go to the roster, and you see that to get up to level 7, you will get extra critical damage, critical hit. This is not a big deal. But from 7 to 8, you will get extra damage reduction. So I will need to increase the value of this ball, crystal ball. And the way to increase the value is to go to the unit registry and check out the battle records. And whichever SSR units I can use, these ones are elite units, I won't be able to use them. These ones are done. But I would need a basilisk, I think it's an elite unit. So I won't be able to get this, but I will be able to get a Gorgon. For victory, I've just unlocked this 800 collection value yesterday by getting a SSR that night. Then we have this, then we have this. I'm in the business of maxing out these results instead of 6-starring one single SSR. These are just SRs, I won't be able to do this, but there are some more. So this is a troll, it's gonna be complicated to get a strength commander, I don't even need it. But I will be able to get these two SSR units, the black and the red dragon, that's gonna be easy. Here I'm missing a magic airship, but the rest is fine. So you see that I can still get a collection value of 1600 extra, and this will entail some extra steps towards level 7, and in the meantime I will level up, rank up my units, and I'll be able to continue earning stuff. And with that you see that we're leveling it up, level 7, level 8. I do the same thing with weapons, I do the same thing with everything else. So this is my use case for these SSR unit tokens. So the next one can be a red dragon, can be a black dragon. So I don't have a red dragon yet. So for example, I use 75 tokens to get first a red dragon, then a black dragon. And then obviously leveling them up means that I can have a 3rd team, I can have a 4th team. So I will get the red dragon for now. Now I have it. Just remember back in the days, like 4 or 5 years ago, how much time it took to get just a simple red dragon, or how many rerolls, how many retries. So I'll be able to level them up, so all of them, I'll do it off screen. And once you have a red dragon, you can go to roster. First of all, get the activation bonus. So see, it's 6050. So going here and clicking here implies that, well, it's still 6050, but in faction collection, we got collection value 400 for dungeon. So this means it's 6200 already. And for the battle record, nothing changes so far, because we just got the red dragon, I still need the black dragon, it takes 2 more weeks. And then I will get some more collection value. So this is the game I am playing right now. And with roster, evidently it helps quite a lot, because level 80 is coming, and I can already see up front that I will need some of the SSR units. For example, I'll replace the Shark Rider from here and the Ragnan Deadeye. I need 2 other SSR units here, so that I can place them in the corresponding currently locked location. You need to see where exactly. So for example, you go to units and strength guild, Shark Rider, there it is. And if you go to the, I'm not sure if it's level up or rank up, but there is a relevance, that's it. You see that it's in Cov, you don't need that. It's in charging, it's already occupied, like 4 of them. SSR, it's occupied, that's where we need the red dragon later to replace this unit in the SSR, because eventually you'll need the Vortex Ocean God to strengthen all the Vortex Ocean God units, as well as Strength Union, as well as Chaos Union. So the Shark Rider will have use cases in the future. This is what I'm considering right now. And you see all these heroes have something to do with the Shark Rider. And that's why having many smaller units early helps a bit because I will still fight with Commander's champions, but my rates will be better. My rating is gonna be better than for others because of the simple reason that I will be able to benefit from extra stats that are coming from roster and are coming from the unit collection. This is something that most people don't show you in their account. And this is why you see that you have the same units, maybe even a bit stronger, and then you cannot compete with them. That's the big reason. And level 80 is coming latest tomorrow, maybe even today. I don't know how many missions I still have, like a few arena fights, like Dwarven Treasury and so on. So I might be able to reach level 80. That's gonna be another video, by the way, once I get to level 80, to see what exactly happens on level 80, because Star Soul Awakening is coming, and the weekly missions, and those extra XP missions that last until level 90, these are still coming. So you see that when you see that we have just a few, like 1000 up to 2000 XP that you can still save, then you might think about getting there as early as possible. So I can get 240, 300, 340, 460. That's not gonna be enough. 460 plus let's say 150. So about 600 XP. It's not gonna be enough to cover this. So most likely I'm gonna get there tomorrow only. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And then we'll see what's gonna happen in the arena. We will see what's gonna happen in the Glory Arena as well. We're fighting with another server at the moment. And until then, you see that right now I'm leading and I'm modulating my strength with respect to what is needed. And as soon as I figure out that I need to be stronger, then I will get stronger as well. But only on demand. I can get stronger within minutes. So if I figure out, let's say 5 minutes before the arena ends, that I need to get stronger, then I'm ready to 3-star Drakon, for example. Not sure about 4-starring. I'm just a bit worried that Fiona is doing a bit better than Drakon at the moment. So if you check it out, let's duel. And let's duel each of them 3 times. So this is the first one. And by the way, yes, I might get rid of the neutral units and I might place the devil in. So this is the first one. Then the second one. Just to get a feel for what's going on. Maybe the hero doesn't matter on 2 stars that much. I just need like 3 auto battles as quickly as possible. That's the second one. And then there is gonna be a third one. There you go. That was Drakon, and the last one was quite promising. And if I did the same with Fiona, which I can, so I swap Drakon out for Fiona. First time ever that I lost, so actually it seems like Drakon could be the way to go. It can also happen that Megalodon got a bit stronger. Yeah, he definitely got a bit stronger. I don't know what he did in the background. But this was not my experience. You saw that my experience was similar to Drakon's yesterday. So this actually worries me quite a lot, and the Drakon purchase came at the right time. So it seems like that in the background he improved his units. In my case, if you check out the heroes, I'm right now 6th because of the extra global hero attack, global hero defense. So 1800. 1,800, so we're quite similar. You see, he's doing a good job. In fact, he may be doing slightly better than me, because the difference is like 70 here and 20 something here, so he's collected 50 more hero stats than me. You know what this makes me believe? That there is a chance that he doesn't have 20,000 artifact essence like I do, because I'm waiting for a meaningful artifact. Let's see if this is true. I'm not sure. So let's see the leaderboard. Artifacts. I'm still leading in terms of artifacts. Megalodon is 5th. I'm not sure if this is a paid artifact or it's just he opened 2 prestigious boxes, but if he opened 2 prestigious boxes, then it's a problem. Because you want to be hoarding these prestigious boxes for Vidomina. This. So that's a good question. Oh, and by the way, I could get a Divine Herald for collection value. I'm thinking about it sooner or later, which one to get. Whether to 4-star the existing Inferno one or to get an alternative one for my second team. But either way, you see that something is fishy in this case. So he must have gotten the global attack and defense from somewhere. I think it's also possible that he started unlocking some adjutants. We can figure this out. Adjutant power 14,000. Yeah, this makes sense. All my adjutant power has been 0. You see? I haven't done any adjutant power. So this means that he's doing some global hero attack and hero defense with adjutants. And he also has a 4-star Catherine. I used to do it back in the day, in 2024. To 4-star Catherine, because it was like slower, longer. Yeah, that was my first ever playthrough. And adjutant power, that's where you get some extra global stats. But at this stage, 4-starring Catherine, if you're doing Inferno Fortress, doesn't make much sense. And 3-starring Zeron, when you have a better Inferno unit, a higher level unit, it doesn't make much sense. You saw that Drakon is actually stronger. And now I'm 6th and 7th with these 2 units in terms of the power ranking, but you see Fiona is a lot weaker than Drakon, despite the fact that I have worse masteries on Drakon. It's just I could select the best alignment out of 5. So yeah, this is really interesting to see why and what consists of these global hero attack, global hero defense stats. And by the way, I don't even have any Drakon in here, so I'm still leading here as well. So everything depends on how much heat I'm gonna get in the arena, and then I will act accordingly. I think that my lead is still good enough, but I think as well that I need to watch out because I can get overtaken quite easily. One thing that I don't know yet, whether I'm gonna do or whether I'm not gonna do, is there is this emblem bonuses week, and I need to spend a total of 200 meteorites to get all this. But right now I only have 40. Can I finish the event of spending 200 meteorites in 1 week when I just have 40? Let's see. 42, 44, 46, 50, 54, 58, 66. So 66 in total. Let's see the store. What source of meteorites do we have? So 64, and here I would have to get the first 2 definitely. The third one is a bit worse. Let's see, so 64 so far. 9 times 7 is 63, so it's 127 in total that I could get out of these sources. 127 plus I can get some in the marketplace. Not for diamonds, because these are even worse offers, but in some cases I have meteorites, for example, Duel of Champions, here it is, in 2 hours I'll be able to get some. So let's say I get 5 out of this. So it's like 132 already. And there are a few other sources, not these. So 132. By the way, you always get this. I could make a case for getting 5 meteorites out of here, and I would just not get Hero, Catherine, and Archibald next week. It's possible. I would delay that in that case. So in this case it's 5. And in the Union store I get 1 a day. So it's like 140 to 145 depending on how I fare. And then the question is that if you look at the emblem chart, not the memory album, but the emblem chart, whether I'm gonna get more just by leveling up, ranking up these things. So leveling up to 6, ranking it up, and so on. Because for example, I can cast this to level 6. See, so cast, cast. And all of a sudden, in growth resonance, you can see that I'm getting an extra meteorite. Just for leveling up. And then with the ranking up, if you go to rank 2, you can get something else. If you go to rank 1, you can... So you can do quite a lot of things. So this ranking up, it's quite simple. So 0.5 means this. Let's see the growth resonance. Gear of Time, there it is. Rank up. Reach rank 2 0 stars, it's 5 meteorites. Because I've already gotten these 4. Normally it takes 8 meteorites to earn 4 meteorites. If you have something that you didn't have before. And then it's gonna be a bit worse. But I think the ratio is still better, so if I spend, let's say, 140 meteorites, I will somehow get 60 meteorites in total. So I think I'm gonna do the event. I'm gonna do the event and I'm gonna record it as well, so that you can see that the event is doable this week. It will cost some diamonds, but I will need red emblems for the new units as well as regular emblems. So that's something that will keep me afloat, and then level 80 will come. It's interesting to manage the trade-offs of an account like this. See you in the next video.